What's up developers and welcome back to a new video where we'll be diving into pagination in Laravel. Quick pause. Do you want to support the channel and want me to continue on creating content? Well, you can support the channel on Patreon right now where you get benefits such as a private Discord group where you can share your coding issues and other developers will help you out. If you are interested to join, the link can be found in the description down below. Using pagination is incredible when working with many database rows for a single page. Eloquent and the Query Builder both allow developers to use the paginate method when retrieving data from the database. If we navigate back to the browser, you'll see that we are retrieving all rows that we have from the database. In most cases, you want to show a certain amount, so let's say 20 rows, and give the user the option at the bottom of the screen to retrieve another 20 rows, up until it reaches their last row out of the database. It's pretty easy to add pagination in Laravel, so let's navigate back to Visual Studio Code, and inside our index method, you'll see that we're retrieving it based on the updated at, and we're retrieving all data. The paginate method needs to be added at the end of a query, replaced with the get method. So let's replace it with paginate. Inside the paginate method, we need to pass in a single parameter, which represents the number of rows you want to retrieve. So in our case, let's pass in an integer of 20, meaning that every pagination page should show a maximum of 20 rows. If we save it, navigate back to the browser and refresh it, let's scroll to the bottom and you can already see that we don't have 100 rows anymore, and in the bottom left, in our debug bar, you'll see that we're retrieving 20 posts. When working with pagination, you're basically going to pass in a query parameter named page inside the URL. When working with query parameters, we have to add a question mark right after our / blog endpoint, followed with page, and set it equal to a value. In our case, let's just set it equal to 2 and hit enter. Alright, as you could see, it's showing different posts, and if we hover or click on the first post, you'll see that the ID is 21, meaning that the first 20 rows have been shown to the user, and we're on page number 2. When obviously working with pagination, you do want to give the user the option to navigate through pages. This can easily be done with a global links method, which we need to add inside our index.late.php file. So let's open it. Pagination needs to be placed outside of the loop because we're going to paginate over all posts and we're not going to add it for a single post. So right below our end for each directive, let's create a div. Let's give it a class of mxauto, padding bottom is 10, and the width is 4/5, so 80%. Then inside our div, we're going to add curly braces. We're going to call the variable post that we're sending back inside our post controller right here. And we're going to chain the links method to it. If we save it, navigate back to Google Chrome, refresh it, scroll to the bottom, you'll see that pagination has been added at the bottom. You'll see that we have a total of 101 rows, and row number 21 up until 40 is visible. And we can see the pagination numbers. So if you click on page number 6, you'll see that it's showing one row, which is the 101st row. If we go back to page number 1, scroll to the bottom, it's showing page 1 up until 20. And the query parameter is equal to 1. This was it for this video where we dived into simple pagination in Laravel. In the next video, we will dive into relationships in Laravel, starting off with a one-to-many relationship. If you do like my content and you want to see more, leave this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button.